Hi everyone. So today let's talk about the mandible or the lower jaw. So this structure which you can see in front of you all is basically the mandible or the lower jaw, and it is the largest and the strongest bone of the face. Coming to its development, it develops from the first pharyngeal arch or the first branchial arch, and the cartilage of the first pharyngeal arch is basically the Meckel's cartilage. As you can see, first of all, one should know that mandible basically has two parts. Okay, the first part is the body of the mandible, and the second is the ramus of mandible. Remember, here I am talking about each half of the mandible, because the mandible has been formed by right and the left halves. These two halves unite in the midline at the symphysis mentae, and then the entire mandible is formed. Okay, so here I am talking about each half. So each half of mandible has two parts, a body and a ramus of mandible. The body is such that it is a horseshoe shaped structure. As you can clearly see, it is a horseshoe shaped structure, while the ramus of mandible is roughly quadrilateral. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the body of the mandible. Now, from the midline up to here, this is basically the body of the mandible. Now, the body of the mandible basically consists of two borders and two surfaces. This is the upper border and this is the lower border. This is the outer surface, while this one being the inner surface of the mandible, of the body of the mandible. First of all, let's talk about the upper border. The upper border of the mandible is basically, this is the upper border, and this is basically known as the alveolar border. Why so? Because it basically consists of alveoli or the tooth sockets, inside which are present the mandibular teeth. As you can clearly see, this is a specimen of the mandible with human teeth intact. But when you have a mandible with exfoliated teeth, you would clearly be able to see some of the sockets or compartments throughout this upper border. So these are basically the alveoli or the tooth socket which lodges the mandibular teeth. Okay, now this is the lower border of the mandible, which is also known as the base of the mandible. Okay, and over here in the midline, this base of mandible basically shows two depressions. As you can see, these two are the depressions, and these depressions are termed as digastric fossa. Okay, now coming to the features of the outer surface of the body of the mandible. Now see, as you can see, this is basically the outer surface of the body of mandible. So features which can be appreciated from the outer surfaces, first of all, see, this is a median line. Over here you can see is a very faint ridge, and this corresponds to the symphysis mentae. It is the line at which the two right and the left halves of the mandible meet each other. Okay, as I have already mentioned, that mandible is formed by the fusion of two bones. So it is basically this line, symphysis mentae, with the two right and the left halves of the mandible meet. Okay, next, below this you can see, as it is clearly visible, that here is a triangular protuberance, and it is a midline protuberance. This is basically the mental protuberance. Okay, and at its infralateral angles, means inferior to it and on its lateral side, over here and over here, are present again two protuberances, which are basically the mental tubercles. Okay, just a second. See, can you see? See, I guess you will completely able to appreciate. This is a faint line corresponding to symphysis mentae. This is the protuberance, mental protuberance, and at its infralateral angles, see, I guess now you can see, this protuberance is basically the mental tubercles. Okay, now as you can see, there is a opening over here, right, as well as on this side also. So these openings are basically called as the mental foramen, and these are basically approximately present between the two premolars teeth. I'll show you on this half. See, first of all, this is the central incisor, mandibular central incisor, mandibular lateral incisor, mandibular canine, mandibular first premolar, mandibular second premolar, mandibular first molar, mandibular second molar, and mandibular third molar. Now as you can see that these are the first and the second premolars, and approximately midway between them is present this mental foramen. Okay, next over here you can see a line, as well as over here also you can see a line. This line is basically called as the oblique line, and this is the ramus of mandible, and this is its anterior border. So as you can see, this oblique line is basically the continuation of the anterior border of the ramus of mandible. This is the ramus, this is the anterior border of the ramus of mandible. Now this anterior border basically continues as the oblique line. The course of this oblique line is that this oblique line moves downwards and forwards towards this mental tubercles. Okay, next feature which you can see is well, it is not marked over here, but you have incisor fossa lying just below the incisor teeth. Okay, so these were the features of the outer surface of the body of mandible. Okay, now coming to the inner surface of the body of mandible. So this which you can see is basically the inner surface of the body of the mandible. First of all, as on the outer surface there was a line termed as oblique line. Similarly, on the inner surface also you will find a line, and this is basically known as the mylohyoid line. See, basically this line which you can see, just a second, see, this line which you can see, this is basically the mylohyoid line, and as you can see it is a prominent ridge, and again coming to its course, it runs obliquely downwards and forwards from below the third molar. This is the third molar tooth. Below the third molar tooth it will run downwards and forwards to end into the area below the genial tubercles. Okay, now what are genial tubercles? Basically this was the symphysis mentae, and posterior to the symphysis mentae, on its posterior aspect, you can see one pair over here and one pair over here. See, one pair over here, one pair of here. These two pairs are basically the pairs of the rounded protuberances or prominences, and these are basically referred to as the genial tubercles. The upper pair being the superior genial tubercle. See, this is the superior genial tubercle, while this is the inferior genial tubercle. Okay, next, now this was the mylohyoid line, and as you can see, you can find a depression over here, as well as a depression is present above this line. See, this is the mylohyoid line. Below the mylohyoid line you'll find a depression, and above also you'll find a depression on either side. Remember, here I am talking about the features of one half of the mandible. Remember, exactly same features will be present on the opposite half as well. Now, below the mylohyoid line, the depression which you can see, this one, it is basically called as the submandibular fossa, and as the name indicates, it will lodge the submandibular salivary gland. Okay, while above the mylohyoid line, the depression which is present is basically the sublingual fossa, and it lodges the sublingual salivary gland. Okay, now one more feature is present, and that is the mylohyoid groove. Basically this groove which you can see now, this is the mylohyoid groove, and it is basically present on the medial aspect of the ramus of the mandible, and this mylohyoid groove, as you can see, is extending towards the body of the mandible below the posterior end of the mylohyoid line. See, this was the mylohyoid line, and this is its posterior end. So below this is the posterior end. Below the posterior end of the mylohyoid line runs the mylohyoid groove from the medial aspect of the ramus of mandible towards the body of the mandible. Okay, so these were all about the features of the body of the mandible. In the next video we'll have a discussion on the ramus of mandible. So friends, if you liked my video, so do press on the like button, as well as do subscribe to my channel and press on the bell icon for latest updates and notifications. Thank you.